Well, greetings, friends, and welcome to BBP. We're going to get victory in the valley today. Keep watching. Well, thank you for joining me here. No one likes to go through the trials and the difficulties and the tragedies that come with living in a fallen world. But not one of us is immune to the pain of life or the certainty of death. When times are good, we say we're on the mountain. When times are bad, we say we're going through the valleys. Now, the Bible gives us plenty of stories that take place on mountaintops and in the valleys. Probably the most familiar connection between hard times and valleys are found in the words of King David in Psalm 23. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. The valley of the shadow of death is really just a poetic term for death. Now, I've been through some incredibly difficult and painful and desperate times where, quite honestly, death would have been welcomed relief. I used to call them the Death Valley Nights. And maybe you've been there too. Maybe you're there right now. Maybe you're going through a season in life that's just so painful, you have no idea how you're ever going to get out of it or if it's ever going to end. I want to give you some hope, some encouragement straight from the author and creator of your life. Some of the coolest miracles that God performed took place in the valleys. Now, I would have said some of God's greatest miracles, but let's be honest, all of God's miracles are great. Some of them are just cooler than others. It was in the valley of Gibeon where God caused the sun to stand still so that Joshua would have enough daylight to win the war. It was in the valley of Barakach that Jehoshaphat defeated 3 huge armies. It was in a valley where God caused the water to look like blood so that the Israelites could defeat the Moabites. And the valley of the shadow of death? In all likelihood, King David was referring to the valley of Elah, where he miraculously defeated the giant Goliath with just a sling and a stone. Read these accounts and you will see that in each story, danger was suffocating and death was imminent, but the main characters knew who held their tomorrows. So they took a leap of faith and went confidently into the battle. And God honored their obedience to him by bringing them victoriously through each of these valleys. The mighty warrior Gideon is another great example, but his story is so cool, he's going to get his own video down the road. These are just some of the examples of how the saints endured their Death Valley nights and saw the loving kindness of God firsthand, which is greater than life. And trust me on this, if he did that for those believers and for this believer, he'll do the same thing for you. I hope you found these words encouraging today. Whatever your circumstances are, God is greater than your valley. Trust him to get through it. Reach out to me if you have any questions or comments. I'm here for you and I'm praying for you. Until next week, keep your eyes on Jesus and not on your troubles. Thank you.